Let me see today a new topic, working with browser. So has already hope all you have practices the different programs on this JavaScript. If you not practice it, please you are requested to please practice the programs. Until unless you not practice the things, it is very difficult to understand the concepts of JavaScript. Now let me see in this built-in browser objects. Here we have using different browsers. If you see in the screen, there is a browser IE, there is a browser Mozilla, and we can have a lot of like Opera, Chrome, different browsers are coming into picture. But whatever the browser you are using, the built-in objects for every browser is common. There is no difference at all. Now, if you see the hierarchy of this in this figure, if we consider window object, in this window object as a parent, the different objects are there. What are that different objects is? One is the navigator, moving from one to another, how you are moving location to location. The frame, already we have seen in the week one about the frame objects. Location, to find out where you are currently. History, like we have to see the previous activities or previous browser things what you have gone through, browsed in that particular browser, like back, forward. We can do the history objects, as well as we have another object called as document. In this document object we have seen different examples like document dot write ln, document dot write, document dot get element by id. Like this we have seen different objects and with respect to the properties over there. And next is the screen object, where we can say what's the resolution is there with respect to the height, width, and the pixels, how the screen is appearing 1024 by 1024, what sort of things we can, right? Next, the in this document object, we have a different sub. That is, one is the forms, another is the anchors, another is the links, another is images. So we have different sub objects we can use, like document dot the forms is one property, document dot anchors array is one property, document dot links is another property, document dot images is another property over here. Okay, so including this, in this process we are having the different ways of properties. Let me see one after the other with examples in this class. The first one, as I said you, this is the agenda, the topics we are covering in this topic. For every topic, if you observe closely, there will be a collections, properties, and methods for every topic. Means for every objects. Just now we have seen a figure, right? Window, navigator, history, screen, location. So for every property, that is object property, we have maybe a collection, properties, methods. See, for example, for navigator object properties, we have collections, properties, methods. For history object, we have the properties, the methods. The screen, again, only we have properties. For location, we have properties as well as methods. So like this, we are going to be discussing one after the other over here. Let me start with the basic intro part for built-in browser objects. So the browser, some we have going to using for read-only data, right? So where you are appearing the content of that in the browser means in the form of a window. A window will have a minimize button, maximize, close button, right? And a document. Inside that window, we are presenting the content or information through the document. Another is the screen. Another is the browser itself. Now, if you observe all together, a window will goes to top node of DOM. This is document object model tree, represents the browser window, where we are holding the information with the help of documents and holds the user's display properties. Display properties in the sense like we have different screens in the document or in the window. Left screen, screen in the sense we can consider as a frame. The different screens are there so that the user can see the different display properties. And browser, where it holds some information in the browser, right? So if you see the DOM hierarchy, a window consisting of navigator, the screen, document, history, location. Again, in document we have different types of properties over there. Now when you open a window, want to open it, how to open is the window dot open. Open is the method over here. Now when you are opening that window, in what is the size of that window, width and height we need to mention. Whether you require any menu bar, because if the content is more, automatically the menu bar will be there. If you want required any menu bar, if you want any status is required, whether the window has allowing for resizable, right? So like this different properties when you want to require, then you can use this or the different attributes: width attribute, height attribute, menu bar attribute, status attribute, resize attribute. Like this different we can use it. So how to open a window? Window dot open. Next, navigator object. Just simply can use window dot navigator dot user agent. If you want to know about a particular browser, which browser you are using, for which version, what's their properties, or what's the information, if you want, you can see the information is like this. We'll see the example for the navigator. So how to use the navigator objects? Window dot navigator dot user agent. Okay, these are details for that. Screen object. The screen object will be considered to make your screen. Like if you are seeing in the figure, we have different sizes over here. So these different sizes, like the small screen, like we can mobile to tablet, tablet to desktop, desktop to laptop to desktop, desktop to another TV type of another, have home theater, of different screens will appear. So when you want to from initial 0 to 0 comma 0, window dot move to from 0 to 0, we can make width and height we can increase, so that we can resize the sizes of the screens. So how to assign the width and height is with the help of screen dot avail width and screen dot avail height. After that, we are applying the two properties x comma y to window dot resize. Okay, so the screen object contains information about the display. Now document, as already we have seen some different examples, like document dot links of. This is links of is an array property where we can assign each time a different hyperlinks over here. Next, initially it is for 0th link, it is assigned yahoo.com. For next links of one, it will assign another. Like we have seen yesterday one example for displaying of the different images. When you are mouse over, mouse up over there in the documentation, automatically it is changing the image to images. So just we are assigning. So with the help of links array, we can do it. To know the location or to assign the location, document dot location, we can assign it. Like this, we can have different examples over here. And this is a one simple example how we can be validate any one property or the method which is available for Windows. Now let me see in detail. This is just a glance I am giving over here. Let me go for in details about this. Right. Let me see the details of this. This is the actual documentation for your better understanding here. Right. So two kinds of objects. One is the language object, and there is the browser object. So we are discussing about the browser objects. So in the browser object, as I said, you window, navigator, document, screen, history, location, all these are the part of this. So the purpose already we have just discussed. Let me see the one after the other with example. Now let me go for first is understanding window object. So understanding of window object, how to do is here is in this window object, as I said you, for every topic there may be collections, properties, methods. So now to access this window, this one window object, we have in this figure window object collections, window object properties, window object methods. Let me go for first of all the collections. What is a collection? First of all, the window object collection is a set of all window objects available in an HTML document. All set of window objects in the sense, let me see what are the different objects are available. See for example, frame, iframe, like window dot iframe, window dot document, window dot navigator, all that will be as a part of this collection. Now these collections will be used for accessing of the properties and methods, like the packages there in the Java. What is the purpose of packages? We are going to accessing different methods. What is the purpose of different to access the different classes, we are using packages. Now, what is the purpose of different classes we require for accessing different methods, right? Now the window object properties. See the example how to access the properties. The syntax is window dot property name. Now what are the property names we are available is like window dot closed is one property. Default status, document, history, inner height, inner width, length, location, name, outer height, outer width, parent, screen left, screen top, screen. Like this we can have a different properties are available for this one. Now see one example how the properties can be used here. In this example, this is the body, and here I'm using a iframe. I'm giving a SRS is dreamtrackpress.com over here. Now for this first frame, second, third, three frames I'm going to using. Now I'm calling a script over here. What will the script will do is for I equal to 0, I less than frame dot length up to the number of frames, frame of I dot location equal to. This is what it is going to be displaying over this. So all the three different frames are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four different frames. Which property I'm using? Location. So which collection I'm using? Frame. So frame of I dot location is a property we are going to accessing here. So see three different frames, iframes. When you click on particular frame over here, when you click on this one, it will be open that particular website over which you are assigned for here. Like this the properties can also use. Coming to the window object methods, we have different methods in this one. Say for example, window dot alert. Let me see the different methods which are available for window object. Alert, blur, clear interval, clear timeout, close, confirm, create pop-up, focus, move by, open, print, prompt, resize by, resize to, scroll by, scroll to, set interval, set timeout. Some of the methods already we have seen in the previous topics while we are discussing the programs, some concepts over there, right? Like window dot prompt, window dot alert, window dot set interval, window dot set timeout. Like this, we have seen different examples. The same example you can represent in the exam, or else you can write in your own example. So this is the code actually. Let me run this program so that you can get some idea on Windows. Let me go for Windows Objects program. So in Windows object, what we have discussed about the window collections, window properties, and window object methods. Now this is the program for your better understanding. Here I'll just go for directly to the body. So in this body, what I'm doing is I'm creating a button. The name of the button is open a new window. When I'm clicking on a new window, it has to open the window. So I'm calling a script here. When I click on that button, it calls the script open center window function. So what I'm passing for this function, window underscore objects.html. So windows underscore object.html is the program here itself. If you're observing, this is the window underscore objects.html. That as a parameter, I'm sending to this function open centered window. I'm creating another button. Here, the button is for on click, so that show alert. I'm calling a script function show alert. I'm creating another button on click. When you click on that, it is calling another script function that is resize window. I'm creating another button. When I'm calling click on that one, it calls the JavaScript function close window. So how many functions I'm using? Open center window here. Another is show alert. Another is resize window. Another is close window. Clear? Now, when I click on this one, when I click on open centered window, first function, so it will come here, open center window. What I'm passing there, window underscore objects dot HTML. That will store in URL object. This is a variable. Now width and height I'm assigning here. Window features is I'm just assigning width is so and so, height is so and so, status and resizable. I'm allowing for this. Now window dot open off. So we have a function called as window dot open. What I am need to open? The URL which you are opening with some wind and window feature. So sub wind is the second parameter, the sub wind with the wind, that is the size which is given by this. So window features, what is the size I have given? Width is 400, height is 300. Whether they want status, yes. Whether they want resizable the window, yes. So all that properties we are added over here, and we assign to this as a parameter for window dot open function. Okay. Second function we are calling as alert. Hey, I am an alert box. Third function is resize. When I call for resize, it will resize initially what is the size of the window, what are the window sizes. If it is less than 100 by 100, then it is 1000 by 1000. It will be maximize the screen to 1000 to 1000. If it is already 1000 to 1000, if you click on resize window, it will not be resized again because already it says 1000 by 1000. When I click on close window, it asks the confirmation that window dot confirm. Confirm is an property. Window dot confirm. Do you want to be close the browser? If it is say yes, how to close the window? Window dot close method. So this is the method where you are going to access it. So don't be confused between the property and the methods. Okay. Now we'll run the program. See, hope it is visible to you. This is the four buttons, right? I am creating in this one Windows object. When I click on open a new window, what will open? It will open a window. This is a new window of size 400 by 300 with the same four buttons. It's a new window because Windows underscore object.html, same one. When I click on the resize window, because already this parent size is 1000 by 1000. If I, this is the 400 by 300. If I click on the resize window, it will be maximized. See, it will maximize it. Hope it is visible to you, right? It is maximizing. Just open a window. This is a 400 by 300. When I click on resize window, it is maximized. See, resize window, it is maximized. See, two windows are there. This is one and this is one. Both are different. Now when I click on alert, it will give a alert box. Hi, I'm a alert box. When I click on resize window, already it is a resize, so it is not increased by 1000 by 1000. When I click on the close the window, it will ask a confirmation that you want to be really want to close. If I click OK, then window dot close method will be called and it will be close the window like this. Okay. So that's about the window objects over here, right? And the next part over here, and the next part has in the syllabus is, this is the example for that. Just now I'll explain. The second object in Windows is understanding the navigator objects. So before going to for this navigating objects, let me see what are the things are there in this navigator objects. So in this navigator objects, it is consisting collections, properties, methods. So what is the purpose of navigator? It gives used to display information about the version and type of the browser. What type of browser you are using, which version going to be you are using. That sort of information is to display that one. We are going to using navigator objects. So coming to the collections in the navigator objects, we have plugins and MIM types, where MIM stands for multi-part internet mail extension. These are the two collections are available in this navigator objects. Coming to the properties of this navigator object, how to use the property navigator dot property name. Like in the previous topic, we are using window dot property name. Here we are going to using navigator dot property name. The properties are, we can display the properties like app code name, app version, cookie enabled or not, platform, user agent. These are the some of the properties we are going to using over there to display that. Okay, so this is one example. Let me see that examples as well once we finish this another methods. So coming to the navigator object methods, we have Java enabled and tained enabled. Java enabled in the sense like whether your browser enabled with JavaScript or not. If it is enabled, then test whether it is or not Java is enabled or not. If it is enabled, it is return true. If it is not enabled, it returns false. So that is for an example for this. Now, what are the collections in navigator collections? One is plugins, another is MIM types. Next, the properties are like app code name, app version, cookie enabled, platform, user agent. Now, what are the methods are available in this navigator object methods? Java enabled, taint enabled or not. Okay, so let me see the examples for here so that you can understand clearly what actually the navigator objects talks about. Coming to the first navigator object, first we'll see two different examples. First, we'll talk about the properties over here. Properties, what are the properties? Directly I move to the body. Here body, nothing will be there. Automatically the script will calls here because we are calling display browser properties. Directly automatically we are calling display browser properties. Now display browser properties, automatically the script will be executed. Now when it is run this function, it will goes the cursor here, display browser properties. Now here we are checking navigator dot app name equal to Netscape is there. Then call this function. Which function? Display navigator properties function. If else navigator dot app name equal to Microsoft Internet Explorer. Next, call the function display explorer property. When it is Netscape company, the application name, call display navigator properties. If the browser navigator app name, application name is a Microsoft Internet Explorer, you call the function display explorer property over here. Let me see, assume that it is a Netscape. Now let me see what actually we are returning in display navigator properties. So display navigator properties here. Here is the display navigator properties. Here in this one, we are calling with document. With document in the sense, inside the document only we are going to displaying over there. What we are writing is with document.write.ln. Instead of writing every time document.write.ln, document.write, we are just placing as with the document, with the document of this one. We have the different methods we are going to be using. Write off what we are writing, what is the app name, write ln navigator dot app name, what is the version, navigator dot app version, what is the app code name, navigator dot app code name, what is the platform you are going to using, navigator dot platform, what is the user agent you are going to using, navigator dot user agent. So like this we are going to displaying that informations over here. If it is the Microsoft Internet Explorer, then we are calling display explorer properties over here, this function. Now the same code, like how to display the app name, navigator dot app name, how to display the app version, navigator dot app version, how to display app code name, navigator dot app code name, how to display the platform, navigator dot platform, how to display the user agent, navigator dot user agent, how to display whether cookie enabled or not, navigator dot cookie enabled. So in this one we are displaying the different properties which is available for this two browsers. Now just run the program. So here is the program. First I will open this in normal Chrome. See the output of this one. So it is a Netscape. App name is Netscape over here, and it is a Mozilla. The app version, the default information it is giving. Like user agent, it is going to using as like Chrome user agent. It is, and platform is 32. App name code is Mozilla here. The same program when I'm running in another browser, open with Firefox. When I'm opening into this Firefox, the company name, I'm just zooming in, it is Netscape. If you see the app version is 5.0, app code Mozilla, platform 32, and user agent is here in the last Firefox. If you observe closely, the user name, user agent is Firefox over here, right? But in the previous example, if you observe in the previous one, it is username is Chrome. Okay, it is giving full details over here in this Chrome. But when you observe here, it is not giving in the Firefox, not full details about that, the app version. Okay, so only it is focusing on the user agent. It's a Win32 platform, Mozilla app name code. Now, when I am run the same code in IE, in Internet Explorer, open with Internet Explorer, see that, see here, it is giving different information, like it supports for Net4 OE, the tablet PC, and the app code name Mozilla itself, user agent. It is going to displaying the full details, what type of things you are going to using in this app code. Webax 1.0.0, Zoom also it is, we are running in IE. All that sort of information is displaying over here. If you have another browser like Opera, if you run this program and see the output, how it will be displayed over there. And the same, if you here is the output for this, and which browser you are using, Opera, that is Opera over here. Opera, that Safari, the details will be applicable. Like this, it is going to be displaying a different informations for this. So see the another example, that is for properties. Now let me see for methods. So this is for checking methods, that is Java enabled and 10 enabled. So we are just running the script in the body. Document.write.ln Java enabled is there. Navigator.java enabled is there or not. If it is enabled, it display true value. And document.write-ln data tending enable, navigator.10 enable is there, it displays as true. If any one of this is not there, it displays as false. If it is there, it doesn't display anything. Now let me run this program. See, Java enabled is false because Java is not enabled in this browser. Okay, so if you want to run in another IE, is always asking that. See, in this IE, Java enable is true, but data tended enable is false. If you run the same program in another browser, like Firefox, it is saying both are false. Java enabled, data enable is false in this Firefox. Like this, you can run the different browsers so that you can know whether Java enabled is there or not. Okay, so in this concepts, what we have learned about the window collections, window object collections, window object properties, window object methods, and also navigation object collection, navigation object properties, navigation object methods, right?